the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry, more or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And guys, you think about it, in a lot of ways the San Antonio Spurs are the league's model franchise. Despite the small market, relative lack of media attention, all they do, Shaq, is
win, win, win no matter what. You look at the coaches and executives that got hired away from San Antonio earlier. The Spurs organization is like a tree whose branches are spreading throughout the league, and the chlorophyll is just igniting all the other teams and all the other GMs to just flow.
That's a magical analogy.
Like a flowers.
It's magical the way you described that.
Thank you.
I'm not feeling that. That's a copycat league. They got to stop doing that. There's other people that could do a good job other than Spurs. Not saying the Spurs don't do a good job.
So you don't like the Spurs?
No, I don't like them being copycat and everyone wants to be exactly like them.
We're blossoming.
You know, they win 50-plus games every year, but you don't
Ernie,
have to copycat.
Really, it's like this.
Ernie, you see this cup?
Yes.
Watch when I pour water in here what happens. You see how the plant just blossoms? And it's keep growing.
It's like Shaq and the Beanstalk.
Shaq and the Beanstalk. And stop. I want it to stop right there. You see that? I'll just move it right over here. See that little flower?
Oh,
that's what the Spurs are.
It provides a nice touch for the set here.
Thank you.
It really
Appreciate
does.
it.
There's other teams that do
Kenny doesn't want to play this game. Kenny is not impressed.
You're not impressed by the chlorophyll?
I'm impressed by the magic show you just put on, but I'm not impressed by everybody has to get a Spur guy.
There are only so many to go around.
I'll tell you.
Kevin Harlan, you got the call.
On the road and hungry for a win against the Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Still out of the lineup is Kawhi Leonard. They want him healthy.
Yeah, and that news, Kevin, means this team faces a tough challenge. The production's going to be missed. And it's not a problem that you can just wave a wand and make go away. This is when everybody on that bench has to really band together.
Well, obviously difficult to replace his production. They're not going to do that, but impossible for them to replace his leadership qualities.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Memphis head coach David Fizdale spent a long time as an assistant in Miami. He coached the big three of LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. He said they were incredible leaders and basketball geniuses, so I was very lucky to be a part of that. A lot of my success I owe to that team we had in Miami. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Coach Fizz is certainly an exciting young coach on the rise. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and other guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard set. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Anderson in at the small forward.
And Mike Conley Jr., you know, you talk about being bred for success. Remember, his dad was a gold medalist in the triple jump. And you can just see that athleticism in his game. Super quick and elusive out on the floor.
And with Conley's athleticism and his handle, tough to keep him out of the lane.
And if you go under on that pick, he can hurt you from deep. This guy really the complete package, arguably the most underrated point guard in our league.
Now here's Parker, who's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
Well, that was a nifty move from Aldridge. Catches the defender out of position and uses his expertise to take advantage.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround Jay is just about unstoppable.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Green kicks to Gasol. No good there.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Nice shot by Evans.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Green. His last outing, he had 8 points. To the inside. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Anderson.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
Gasol setting the pick for Evans. Parsons outside. Gasol against Gasol. Over Gasol. That one no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one. And that offensive execution also was lacking.
Well, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
That free throw good from Anderson.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Both shots good from the stripe. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
Yeah, their rebounding edge was massive. It's a testament to how hard they worked in that game, in and around the rim. Just outstanding effort.
And here is Aldridge following the three from Tyreke Evans. Aldridge against Green. Clock at 6. Aldridge, good. Aldridge has got 5 now.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you, pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Gasol dishes to Evans. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Then Gasol with the dunk.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Evans outside. Little turnaround. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Now here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Now Green, following the miss by Chandler Parsons from deep.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
Conley left side. The basket good off the assist from Evans. He has 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Screen by Parker. Green kicks to Parker. Evans with the steal. They kick it out to Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Anderson against Parsons. The feed to Conley. Dishes it to Green. Kicks it to Gasol. In the corner, Parsons with it. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. Here's Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Danny Green out of North Carolina, the former Tar Heel, now in his 9th season in the NBA. 8 of those seasons with San Antonio, as a guy that went undrafted and then spent the last 5 seasons starting for a contender deep in the heart of Texas.
Both free throws good from Green. And Danny Green averaging about 27 minutes per game last season. Believe it or not, Brent, that was 3rd highest on the Spurs.
Well, they always do it by committee. You look up and down the roster in terms of the minutes played, and not many guys even push over the 30-minute mark. And so there's a lot of responsibility and accountability for every guy on the roster to be ready every night. And Danny Green does it on both ends when he gets his minutes.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Parker passes to Gasol. Anderson outside. The drive by Green. Here's Gasol. He can't hit that time. Memphis leading by 9. Here's Conley. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Memphis.
And the 3-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
There's Green with the 3. Cans it from downtown. Green's got 5.
Yeah, tip of the cap there. Green has the strength and focus to get that shot off, even with the man on him.
Conley dishes to Gasol. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
The first free throw is good. And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him, you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. We know the importance of ball movement, Brent, but when the offense bogs down, someone needs to get it done in isolation. Could you pick anybody who you would go to?
Yes, Kevin. He plays in Cleveland.
Yes.
Or the Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
And his name is LeBron James.
Ah, yes.
Have you seen
LeBron
him play?
James.
Yeah, I'll take that guy.
Okay, that's a good guy. that's a real good guy.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Now Evans. He had 16 points in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Offensive rebound.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. White, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Ennis comes in for Parsons. McLemore's checked in for Tyreke Evans. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. Then for the Spurs, Laverne, he's checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Parker.
Oh, there's a surprise. Manu out hustling somebody. Don't forget about him inside.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. There's the pick. Pass to McLemore. Shoots from the baseline. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got 6 points.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
It's Ginobili with the drive. And it's Laverne missing.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Ennis. The pass to Gasol. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Anderson. And Ginobili with a clear path to the rack. Good. Ginobili's got his second bucket of the night.
You can't forget about Ginobili's activity defensively. He does a great job of using his hands to come up with steals.
Here's Chalmers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He feeds it to Ennis. Shot clock at 5. 13 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Spurs trail by 4. Ginobili attacking. Passes it to Mills. He dishes it to Gay. And Anderson kicks to Ginobili. Back to Anderson. Tries again. Gasol with the steal. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. The Spurs have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Back to Mills. Stolen by Chalmers. The dish to Ennis. He kicks to McLemore. Pass to Gasol. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Yep, it counts.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Gasol with the steal. Ginobili with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Mills has got the ball. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Chalmers, covered by Mills. Right, the pass to Gasol. Over Laverne. Gasol, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Ginobili kicks to Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
Feeds it to Gasol. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Mills, defended by Chalmers, and Anderson has it in the corner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Here's Chalmers. 9-point game his last outing. Memphis moving it around. Gasol, a screen on Anderson. Here's Ennis. The rebound by the Spurs.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Ginobili dishes to Mills. It's tipped. Now here's McLemore. He's covered by Ginobili. Hits. How about that one from Ennis?
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Spurs trail by 7. Mills passes to Ginobili. And Anderson has it in the corner. Gay left side. Goes back up. 4 seconds left. Anderson's shot is off.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
And so it's Memphis heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action after this word. And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So, you know, we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, you know, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Rudy Gay is out there with Laverne, and it's Forbes in at the 3.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, the Spurs system hasn't changed through the years, but certainly some things being more emphasized than others. You had the post attack, certainly with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, and then it shifted to the drive and kick style with Manu and Tony Parker, and now they're back to playing the mid-range game with Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Both free throws good from Forbes. And in the past, there's been a distaste for isolation basketball in the Spurs organization. But we're seeing more iso ball running through Kawhi and Aldridge.
Well, they do a great job of passing out of the post, and mainly that's the reason why they use it. Force teams to come down as the ball gets closer to the rim. and commit several defenders, and then the spacing takes over on the weak side. So they still utilize a pass-first style, and the isolation kind of sets up opportunities on the weak side.
Now here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Fades away. Laverne grabs the miss.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Now here's McLemore. Guarded closer. The feed to Wright. This is to Chalmers. 6 to shoot. Now here's Ennis. He has 5.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and stolen by Wright. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ennis has got 7 points. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Mills with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Gay drives in. The shot will not fall. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. 2 on the clock. Conley's shot is off. Spurs trail by 4. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Tries from 10. No good from Gasol. Grizzlies have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Evans' shot is good.
Well, that look inside is a comfort zone for Evans. Really presents a tough challenge for the defense because of his strength and quickness down there.
Now here's Mills. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Evans kicks to Davis. Green, the screen. Off the screen. And it's Davis missing.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
Pass to Mills. Kicks to Laverne. They set the pick. Forbes. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Conley kicks to Parsons. Green with a screen for Parsons. Outside, Green. Evans outside. Rebound, San Antonio. Laverne's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Mills dishes to Laverne. Back to Mills. Spurs passing it around. Gasol. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Well, just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Tyreek Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Davis sets a screen. Conley kicks to Green. The pass to Davis. Outside Conley. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut to just 1 point on the basket from Gay.
I love how Gay keeps the ball high, not allowing the defense to block it. His length really comes in handy.
And Gasol sends it back. Forbes the pass to Gasol. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Spurs lead by 1.
Lunch pail work there from Gasol, pounding the ball through the basket over the outstretched arms of the defense.
There's the pick. Down low, layup off the pick. And Conley lays it in. Conley's got 7.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Well, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right, he comes off the down pick, and then on the backside you run the hammer and you dribble to the right side, you throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the 4-man on the slip, and also the 5-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Laverne. Green comes in for Rudy Gay. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And Evans on the move. Once he notices the opportunity to attack in transition, it's hard to keep up with him when he leaks out on the break.
Here is Forbes. 5 points in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a two-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through. And that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
And he sinks the second. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Green with a screen on Aldridge. Here's Parsons. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Parsons got his second basket of the game.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Forbes dishes to Parker. Gasol up top. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Parker. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
That's what you're going to get with Pau Gasol, a tremendous passer who's got his eyes up at all times.
Memphis leading. Conley kicks to Davis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And taking a look now at stats for Parsons. His last 10 games, he's averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Free throw good, Davis. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And you might have thought that with the big 3 retiring and getting older, the San Antonio Spurs might need to think about rebuilding, but the emergence of one Kawhi Leonard as a superstar in the league on both ends of the floor has extended this team's dominance.
Now here's Conley. He had 16 points in the win against San Antonio.
There's that length and anticipation. Hard to get the ball over Aldridge in that scenario.
Here is Forbes. Outside Gasol. The kick out to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Aldridge has got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Conley, the pass to Gasol. And it's Davis at the elbow. Evans outside. Davis setting the pick for Evans. Just 5 on the clock. And that one goes long. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. From deep, Green. Evans with the rebound. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Trying to find Parsons and gets it to him. It's good. Parsons got 6 points.
And this is why Evans is such a crucial player for his team. His ability to read the floor and find his teammates wide open keeps the offense flowing.
Now here's Gasol. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Forbes. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly. During the pre-draft process, did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all. The first one falls.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. White, he's checked in for Davis. Ennis comes in for Parsons. McLemore's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. And Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their players.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and rolls. The era of a post-up centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future.
The Grizzlies have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. And that one misses. And the San Antonio Spurs, the best bench net rating in the league last season, Brent 3rd in bench minutes.
Well, it's amazing the way that Pop controls the players' minutes. So the starters don't play a ton. The bench guys get enough minutes to play cohesively together. And one of the guys who was hugely impactful coming off the bench last year for them was Patty Mills. And in fact, last year they became the first 60-win team to have 11 different players that played at least 1,000 minutes.
And so here's Memphis, following the bucket by the Spurs. Left side Gasol. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Now here's Ginobili. 7 points in the game. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
2 shots.
He's off on the first.
In the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons, except the strike-shortened one in '99.
And he sinks the second. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Gasol. Some solid defense from Aldridge. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Parker kicks to Aldridge, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Gasol. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 6th in blocks, 18th in rebounding, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Here's Anderson, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Memphis leading, and now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. Offensive rebound, and it's Wright missing.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
It's Parker outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Chalmers against Parker. Passes it to McLemore. Gasol with it. Aldridge on him. Gasol missing again. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Yeah, and Parker just puts so much pressure on your defense with his speed, and he's made a living out of doing that.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And here is Chalmers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's the screen. Gasol's in the post. Off with the layup. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Spurs lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tony, you guys are flowing really well lately. When you guys are having success this year, what will it look like?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
That is always the most important thing for your team, Tony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. San Antonio had some issues in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half and now hold the 1-point lead. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you, and the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
They got to get more aggressive on the glass. Over the first half, we saw them being schooled down low. You know what I'm going to say, Ernie. Barbecue chicken. If I was coach in the locker room right now, they'd be getting an earful. Extra rebounding. Effort will pay off in other ways. The energy is really where it starts. Something like that, Ernie.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. Pleased to have you with us tonight again here at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been one outstanding game from Tyreke Evans.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Evans the 2 with Parsons at the 3. And it's Conley in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Aldridge can't get it to go. Memphis trailing here. Well, a max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Three-pointer. Good work defensively by Conley. Memphis has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. He feeds it to Gasol. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Paul Gasol.
And I'll tell you, Gasol's one of the few second-round picks to command a max contract in his career.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gasol. And Greg Popovich has led the Spurs to the playoffs in all 20 of the full seasons he's coached the team. But you know what, Brent? He always gives his players the credit.
Well, Pop knows that the players are the ones who deserve all of the accolades. But there's no doubt that there's an appreciation for the way that Pop continues to put his team and each member of the team into situations where they collectively can compete every year. And it's not about just competing for the playoffs, Kevin. I'm talking about competing for titles. What a run that Greg Popovich has been on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Conley's shot is off.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Parker's shot is off.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it, beginning this half 1 of 5.
Evans, that's a 2-pointer. And again, Memphis no good. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Gasol kicks to Aldridge. He dishes it to Green. Over Evans, and there's Green on the assist by Aldridge. Green's got 9 points.
Now, Green shooting the ball has such a quick release. Just got to stay confident.
Conley dishes to Evans. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Evans using his wide body and solid frame there, physical, and finds his way to get himself to the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Evans.
Well, Evans reestablishing himself over the past couple of seasons, a skilled combo guard with great handle.
Laverne, he's checked in for Pau Gasol. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Parker's shot is off.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
And Green gets it to go.
Just a great attack mentality. Got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
San Antonio trailing here. Parker with it. Conley picks him up. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Second chance shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
Well, pick a tool out of the toolbox. The sheer number of Aldridge's move inside make him so hard not to foul. Do a deep dive into LaMarcus Aldridge's career numbers. He is just one of the best big men shooting the basketball, especially from the mid-range, with incredible consistency. He can hurt you from all over the floor, but especially from around the 15-foot mark. That is his bread and butter.
That free throw good from Aldridge. And the mid-range jumper, not usually a recipe for efficiency. Brent, you think the Spurs want Aldridge to take a step back and take more threes?
Well, last season he shot over 40% from the three-point line, and I think that the big guys stepping out to the corner is something that a lot of offenses look to. He didn't take a ton of threes, but when he did, he'd knock them down.
He's off on the second. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Conley with a wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Conley's got 10 points.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective as an all-around point guard.
Now here's Green. 9 points in the game so far. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Here's Aldridge, and they convert at last on attempt number 3. He's got 13.
Love the follow-up. It's as if Aldridge knows where the shot's coming from and gets himself in great position on the glass.
Conley, the pass to Evans. With the floater. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Evans.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in. And both free throws good for Evans.
And right now at about 85% from the line, that's up from where it was in that first half.
Now here's Mills, covered by Conley. Now the dish to Forbes. Spurs passing it around. Here's Gay. Green with the block. They recover it. And here's Mills for 3. San Antonio getting another chance here. Here's Gay. Here's Aldridge. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And that one's good by Gay.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Now here is Conley. He's got 10. At the elbow, Green to the inside. Here's Davis. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Forbes kicks to Mills. Pass to Forbes. Back to Laverne. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a look here at the shot chart for Gasol.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Here's Mills. 6 points for him. Green with the block. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. McLemore dishes to Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis. Green, no luck.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Aldridge, the pass to Gay. He kicks it to Laverne. Mills in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. McLemore with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. And McLemore kicks to Conley. Green, the screen. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Memphis. Spurs trail by 4. Here is Forbes. 8 points for him. Laverne dishes to Aldridge. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Aldridge has got 5 points now this quarter. Now Conley. He's got 10. A floater, and it's Evans missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Conley's shot is off. It's a close game here in Memphis. Aldridge with it. Now Green defending. Knocked loose. Evans outside. On target from 13 feet. Evans has got 19 points.
Well, so far it's one of those games for Tyreke Evans. Just untouchable when he gets in this kind of rhythm.
Aldridge with a screen on Conley. Mills passes to Aldridge. Great D that time from Davis. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Now here's Mills. 6 points for him. Gay kicks to Mills. Here's Laverne. Here's Aldridge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Wright's checked in for Jermichael Green. James Ennis comes in for Tyreek Evans. And Fresh subbed in for Mike Conley. The Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili's checked in. And so he hits both. Memphis leading by 4. Now here's Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Chalmers.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Spurs trail by 7. Mills with it. He's got 6. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good. Mills.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did.
Now, here's Chalmers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ennis dishes to Davis. Ennis kicks to Chalmers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 11-footer. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs trail by 4. And Pau Gasol last season playing by far the lowest minutes of his career. Right around 25 a game.
Well, that's just how the Spurs disperse the minutes. Again, nobody really pushes up against that 30-minute mark. And so accountability every night to be ready and go out and be effective in the minutes that you get. This isn't a bad thing for Pau at 7 feet. This could extend his career maybe 2 or 3 more seasons.
And here is Wright. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Feeds to McLemore. Davis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Mills. 9 points in the game so far. It's Ginobili on the wing. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Davis. Now here's McLemore. Defense right on him. The feed to Wright. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Sinks the triple. Chalmers has got 6 in the quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Mills passes to Gasol. Puts one up from 19. Unable to get that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Deontay Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Marc Gasol's checked in for Deontay Davis. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. Here's Parker. Ginobili outside. It's rebounded by McLemore. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here's Chalmers. It's hauled in by Gay. San Antonio's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Parker kicks to Gay. Dishes to Ginobili. Shoots from the baseline. Good work defensively by Gasol. Memphis has gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Now here's McLemore. He's covered by Ginobili. Gasol, a screen on Anderson. Clock at 4. Here's Ennis. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds in the game. Parker outside. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be back with you shortly. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Down the stretch now. No fouls. We're in attack mode. Quick decisions, attack, attack. At the other end, everybody's rebounding. It's the most important thing, and get it out of there.
And Greg Popovich asking for intelligent aggression. This is where this type of team tends to shine.
Yeah, it's a higher level of play. Every team in the league strives for it. Only a few actually make it happen.
And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. On the court right now for the Spurs, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Green is out there with Anderson. And it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help.
San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Memphis leading by 6. And here is Chalmers. Gasol dishes to right. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Spurs passing it around. No good from Ginobili. Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Ennis misses.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
Parker passes to Ginobili. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Parsons with some nice D. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. And Chalmers kicks to right. Parsons for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 16th rebound on the night. Parker up top. Back to Ginobili. And there's the call on James Ennis. That's his first foul. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Memphis leading by 6. And Chalmers kicks to right. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gasol's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Grizzlies. The drive by Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Parsons dishes to Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter. Spurs trail by 8. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Green passes to Anderson. Otto Ginobili on the wing. Anderson the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Green, and Gasol sends it back. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Chalmers, he's open. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. The kick out to Anderson. The Grizzlies pull it in.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Ginobili with the steal. Here's Green. That one falls.
And for a guy who once had few, if any, dribble drive skills coming into the league, you have to like Green's aggressiveness.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
Some changes for Memphis. Green, he's checked in for Wright. Evans comes in for Ennis, and it's Mike Conley in for Fresh. Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, hey, this lead isn't big enough, not by a long shot. I don't want to sit back and play this one out. I still need some aggression. Guys, back to you.
Here is Parker, following the basket by Marc Gasol. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Anderson. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Nobody near Parsons. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Anderson with the ball. Conley picks him up, and he makes that one.
And Parker really did a phenomenal job feeding that ball to his teammate for the shot there. His playmaking ability is off the charts.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gasol. And it's sent back by Aldridge. The drive by Green. Count the basket. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played a few seasons in the D-League, Greg, but in his 3rd season, a full-time starter in the league with Memphis.
And the Grizzlies like his ability to space the floor from that power forward position. It shows you where the game is going. Face-up skills and mobility coveted at that 4 spot.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Green.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
The drive by Green. Laverne. It's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Left side Gasol. Over Aldridge. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Spurs trail by 3. Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Here's Green. And the layup falls. Green's got 6 points in the quarter. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
White, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Here's Parsons. He tries for three. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Outside, Green. Parker dishes to Laverne. Parker against Evans. Laverne passes to Green to take the lead. Out to the right wing. Here's Anderson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
One drops. He ties it up. Davis Bertans checks in for Laverne. And the free throw is good. Now leading by one. Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's foul number 2 for him. Laverne, he's checked in for the Spurs. To the middle, here's Green. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Now here's Parker. Here's Aldridge. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Aldridge has got the lead up to 1 now for the Spurs. Now Conley. Wright sets a screen. Green with a screen on Parker. There's a screen. Conley kicks to Wright. Right side, Conley. Parsons on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Parsons. For San Antonio, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Parker dishes to Anderson to the wing right side. Green, the screen. Inside, here's Aldridge. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, he can have this kind of output, putting on a one-man show. Aldridge scoring whenever he wants.
Green with a screen on Parker. Conley kicks to Wright. Now the pass to Evans. Over Green. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Spurs have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Parker kicks to Laverne. Right against Aldridge. And that one drops for him. Aldridge has got 15 points in just the second half.
It's an underrated strength of LaMarcus Aldridge, able to power in the shot even when being fouled.
Green, the pass to Conley. Right side. From 12 feet out. And the shot no good, a bit short. Spurs leading by 3. Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Gasol. What's the status, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. He told me that he suffered a sprained toe. He won't play any further tonight, obviously, and will be out for quite a while. Kevin, back to you.
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
Parker against Conley. Parker dishes to Anderson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Laverne in the corner. And Anderson kicks to Parker. 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Memphis trailing here. On its way from Parsons for 2. The offensive rebound. Green makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Without question, Tyreke Evans displaying his skills today.
So far, he is just destroying their will. It feels like he can get any shot he wants once he crosses half court.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Martin's checked in for Memphis. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs.
And gotta respect the attitude there of Gay. If it's an important point in the game, he demands the ball.
Now here's Evans. Cutting the screen. Conley with the 3. Laverne grabs the miss. San Antonio leading. Anderson outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Parsons got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Conley, on the wing Evans. Cutting the screen. Evans with it. He's picked up by Parker. Conley with the 3. Another miss by Conley.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And the wide open shot from Green. The shot misses. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Conley with the 3. Memphis the rebound.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
Launches a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Now here's Gay. Green left side. And Laverne kicks to Parker. It's Gay on the way. Over Green. San Antonio again missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Memphis making a change here. Davis is checked in. And the Grizzlies with possession here. A 2-point game. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 4. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Here's San Antonio.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then it might be too late.
Here's Laverne, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And Laverne really hustles for rebounds. Got to know where he is at all times.
On the free throw, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. There's Green with the 3. It doesn't go for him. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Mark. Not the prettiest of games, but you got the job done. What was the difference down the stretch?
Getting stops. I thought we got good stops. We took away the pain. We did multiple efforts. So we did a good job rebounding the ball and, make a couple shots at the end, too.
Offense and defense equals W's. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.